Good morning. My name is Tom with Home and RV, and I'll be doing a virtual walkthrough for you today on your brand new Cougar. So we'll start here on the passenger side with the pass-through storage, and nice big storage area. Keep a lot of stuff in there. Also have one of your LP tanks on this side, and the other one is on the other side with the regulator, and I'll talk about that when we get over there. I have your awning out slightly, a little close here, so we didn't want to run it out all the way, but you just want to make sure that you bring this awning in when the weather is when it's windy, when it's storming. Make sure you bring it in to keep in good shape. If you leave it out in the wind will catch it and possibly bring it up over top of the roof and cause you expensive repair bill. So just bring it in at night, bring it in when you're not around the unit, and bring it in stormy weather. It's just shade control. Your roof has a die-core seal across the front and one across the back. It's a solid piece front to back, side to side, except for where things come up through it, such as your vents and your AC. So you want to go up there at least a couple times a year, what we call the begin and end of season, and check those seals. It's make sure they're not separating from the roof or cracking. If they are, it's a possible leak point. So the best thing to do is to use die-core sealant. Die-core is a brand name. They make a lot of things for campers. They make this sealant in a regular caulking tube that's non-silicone. Do not use any silicone on that roof. You will eat through the roof. Up here is your spare tire, your ion batteries, and your battery disconnect up here on the panel. Come on around, you have your docking lights off and on here, and a light to work by here. Come around to the other side of for your LP tank, and it's on, and this regulator is green. It shows that there's gas in the tank, and it's pointing towards this tank first. So when this tank runs out of LP, that will turn red. Then you can switch this to the other side and turn that tank on, and it'll turn green again, and then get this one filled, and that way you'll never run out of LP. So come on around, you have your level up system here, and what you'll do when you back into your site or pull through your site, you're going to turn it on, and then you're going to hit front to raise it off of your tow vehicle. Once you get it off the fifth wheel, then you pull your tow vehicle out of the way and hit auto level, and that will level up your unit first with your landing gears, and then of course with your jacks in the back. You have another battery disconnect in here. You want to have those on in order to charge up those batteries. This is your service area, and your service area has an external shower, and there's a black hose that was on the other side that you'll just quick connect into here, and you'll be able to get hot and cold water. To winterize your unit, you'll hook a short hose into this and put it in your antifreeze bottle, and that way you will be able to suck the antifreeze right into the system after it's drained, of course. Below that's your city water connection. Your city water, it's a good idea to have a pressure regulator for that. So pressure regulator will keep it at 55 pounds and keep you from blowing lines inside. You have your black tank full and your gray tank full for your bathroom, and what you'll do is you'll hook your sewer hose up to this, make sure you're in a sewer dump, and then you pull the black first. The black will empty your toilet black tank, and then you'll close that valve and open the gray, and that will wash out your hose and then empty a gray tank. Once you've emptied both tanks and the meter inside shows that there's still something in the black tank, you can hook a hose up to the black tank flush, which is located here, and make sure that the black tank full is wide open and that you are in a dump. Then you can turn the hose on and flush out your black tank. Behind that, you'll find your on-demand water heater. Your water heater has a switch inside in the bathroom, and you'll turn it on. When you're using the on-demand water heater, you want to make sure you run the hot water first. First, it's going to be a little cool because it hasn't heated up, but then it will get hot. And once it gets hot, then you can add the cold water with it. If you add cold water right away, it won't be able to overcome that. So make sure you only run the hot when you first start. Behind that is your furnace exhaust. Your furnace exhaust is a good idea to have a screen for that to keep mud daubers and little varmints out. So if you put a wire screen on it, that will keep that from happening. There's another pole here for your kitchen sink underneath right there, and it's piped into the same outlet. We come on around, you have your freshwater fill here, and all you do is take a hose and stick a hose in here and you fill up the tank. That's if you are at a campsite that does not have city water. Around here is your 50 amp service. All this cable is yours, as well as the 50 to 30 amp adapter. We're plugged into 30 amps right now. If you're plugged into 30 amps, so they don't have a 50 amp service for you, you can only run one AC at a time. So just remember that. If you're plugged into 50 amps, then you can run both ACs. Exterior lights for your awning. And now we're back around to the passenger side. You have outdoor speakers. The speakers are water resistant, not waterproof, so do not spray directly into them. They will take you washing down the unit and the occasional rain. Now we'll go inside and do the same thing. So we come inside. The first thing you're going to see is your breaker panel. Your breakers are all, of course, on the left, and they're marked as what they go to. And then past your converter are your 12 volts, and they're marked as well. Above that is your LP detector and carbon monoxide. And then one of the first things you're going to do when you come in is turn on your power panel inside. You can run your AC, your lighting. They're all on right now, but we could turn them off, turn them back on. And then your slide outs and your awning are here. Slide outs are all out, and the awning's halfway out, the front awning, so I'll bring it in. And then, so we go back, you have your settings. Water pump, you'll need that on if you have onboard water. If you have city water, you do not need it on. So we'll turn that off. You have light switches here, accent lights. This is a battery heater for your ion batteries. They do not work well in the cold, so you'll need that on if you're camping in cold weather. And here is your on-off switch for your water heater, your on-demand. There you go. And then you can set the temperature up and down here to your liking. You have a switch here for the overhead lights, and then your toilet flushes with the foot pedal. You'll push that pedal slightly and it will fill the bowl up, and then all the way will flush it. So this is also where you're going to put your black tank chemicals. So what you'll do before you even start camping is put black tank chemicals in, run a few gallons of water in the tank, and that will eat up the solids and the paper. Those chemicals will, and it's easier to clean out your system. You do have a nice walk-in shower with a 3-panel glass door that will need to be hooked down with this latch before you start to travel. So come on around your bedroom. Your bed does have storage underneath. Light switch on the wall. Lights above the headboard for reading. You do have hookup for washer dryer, and then a nice closet with sliding doors on each side. You do have a place you could hook up a TV, and the factory shows you that there's a backing board there, and then you can plug it in to satellite or your antenna here, and it runs off the same antenna as your main TV. So come on back in the cabin. We'll come to your nice pantry, and then your 12-volt side-by-side refrigerator. Very nice unit. You will want to use this to keep the doors closed during transport, and that gets put in right up here between the doors after the doors are closed, and that's the way you'll find it when it's delivered to you. So come on around your cooktop. Cooktop is gas, and you'll just turn it on, hit the sparker, and it will, there you go, it'll light each burner. You can also light your pilot with that by turning it to pilot, pushing it in, and hitting the sparker. You have lights to work by. And your cooktop has a glass cover that you want to put down when you're traveling. Nice microwave. And then turn the radio down. So your radio is there, and you have a remote for your fireplace, which you can change flame color, and it does put out electric heat. You also have your remote for your TV. Your couch makes out into a bed, as I've already folded it out, and in order to fold it back into a couch, you're going to lift the back and then jackknife this area back into the seat, and then bring down the pillows for the back. Nice recliners here. You slow rise blinds here. And your dinette set here. Your dinette set will be strapped down when you receive the unit, keeping the chairs from walking all over the place. And you have lights here with a rheostat. That pretty well takes care of the walkthrough. And if you have any questions once you receive this on YouTube, let me call Holman's, and they'll put you in touch with one of the walkthrough guys, such as myself, and we can answer any of your questions at that time. We want to thank you for buying your unit from Holman, and know that you're going to have a lot of fun camping trips in it.